Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, the greatest heroes of recent cinema history unite to discuss their box office results.
Hey you guys, I broke the 1 million mark on my film.
Wait, what? You're lying, Mario.
Huh. I thought your movie was gonna break even, not make $1 billion.
Huh. I guess Illumination found their Avengers Endgame.
What would you have expected? I intended went hardcore on Illumination, so I got actual script.
Damn. My movie made about $240 million. I didn't expect a kids flick to beat me, Maverick, and Edgin's movie.
240 million? My movie got 70 million American dollars. How is this plumber beating all our films? Well, for the starters, everyone knows who the Marty Brothers is. I sold more to games than Bill and Ted Projects, that D&D movie from 2000, and Top Gun.
Bill and Ted? That was the 90s, Mario. They made shows out of everything that made $1,000 in the theaters.
John Wick, remind me whose actor couldn't do Bill and Ted 3 until decades later?
Screw off, Mario. Wow. That was a low blow, Mario.
That's a fine. I'm gonna go celebrate my success with my brother and a peach. Have fun knowing animation beat live in action yet again. Woohoo!
So, I heard there's a new kid on the reviewing block. Let's check him out. Heard he's doing my latest film.
Sure.
Well, there goes the 100 gold I bet it on the Mario movie doing average. Well, everyone. The Adventure Ventures got a hit on the Baba Yaga himself. Let's hope he sleeps well tonight.
Hi everyone, it's me, AJ. Welcome to the next episode of my Adventure Ventures. Today we're taking a look at Keanu Reeves' next chapter in the blockbuster hit series, John Wick, wait for it, Chapter 4. Yeah, no subtitle this time. But yeah, Keanu Reeves, the internet successor to Chuck Norris ever since the original film came out. Keanu Reeves being either some kind of immortal being, which was a real internet meme, by the way, or the fact that he is so awesome that Bill and Ted 3 finally became a thing. He's the reason most people know of Cyberpunk 2077 as well. After all, you gotta say to the burn, samurai. But as much as we want to make every Keanu Reeves joke under the sun, this is a John Wick review, so sadly, I have to try and keep a topic for this review. With that said, let's take the job and see what makes the Baba Yaga so feared by the criminal underworld.
Remember, the Baba Yaga is not a simple title. There is a reason you sent him to hunt down the boogeyman.
Where to start? This film is action perfected. Sure, that sounds like an exaggeration, but I am not kidding on this one. You have not seen action this fluid, fast, or intense. It goes all across the world, going from Osaka to Paris to even a horseback battle at the start of the film. The use of countless weapons and different types of foes means John must adapt to the situation at hand. Whenever it's the armored Continental troops, the Osaka Continental employees using traditional Japanese weaponry, this film is filled with characters who are awesome and fun to see. But the real breakout stars here are Donnie Chain and Shamir Anderson, who portray Kane and the Tracker respectively. Kane is a blind retired assassin forced to hunt John Wick, while the Tracker is a dude who just wants money for an unspecified reason. However, the Tracker views his own sense of honor throughout the film. He uses a trained attack dog, which is crucial to his and John's bond during the climax. Similarly, Kane's role in the film is crucial to John's character. While he has more of a backstory compared to the Tracker, Kane is pretty much the closest to a friend John had back in the day. But now, due to circumstances, they have to fight each other. The way both Kane and Tracker portrayed makes them come off not just as any random elite mook, but someone who could give John a run for his money. Not just Kane with his well-trained skills despite being blind, but the Tracker's command of his dog and use of a rifle. The story is a payoff to the previous 3 films. In fact, I went online and noticed there was nods to all 3 John Wick films in some way. They either take the form of small dialogue acting as nods, or events from John Wick 3 leading to major consequences. As John Wick must find a way to break free of the High Table's debit, he must help what little remains of his friends in order to truly be a free man. This hints over John Wick throughout the film and is paid off spectacularly at the climax. In fact, before I forget, Winston does have a bigger role to play in this film. How? Well, go see the movie yourself. I'm not spoiling the ending. Just know that the film is worth your time. Remember, no dogs were harmed in the making of this film. If we did, none of the actors outside Keanu would be alive. Honestly, that's the hard part. Because there's so many pros that the cons I have are minor by comparison. I could comment on the story dragging at times, but that's really a consequence of the film having to wrap up 3 films worth of storytelling. The most I can get it on is the lack of a certain presence after the Osaka fight scene. This character I want to mention, since they only show up once during the film and pop up during the post-credit scene, but that would give away something that happens during the first major fight of John Wick 4. So, again, see that movie. You gotta do it. You will not be disappointed. But honestly, this film is so good that there are very little flaws in it. Sure, there's lack of backstory for the tracker, where he came from, why he's doing this, or even hints of what he is after. But what we do see it establishes the tracker as a man who has morals to some degree. I could see a little bit more expanded with Kane and his daughter, but honestly, what we got more than makes up for it. Well, Baba Yaga, it's time to confess your sins. You might need to unburden yourself before walking off into that sunset. Okay, this is unscripted, but I really need to get this out of my chest. The reason why I really went to see this film is honestly because I've seen up to this point the previous 3 films. Well, I saw 2 and 3 first, then I saw the first one much later, but from what I've seen, this is Keanu Reeves, if not the pinnacle of his acting career. John Wick, to me, is the combination of just about everything Keanu Reeves has done for the industry. His acting, the action, the story, the drama. This is honestly the best thing Keanu Reeves has put out probably this century, if not his whole career. Sure, you got The Matrix, Bill and Ted, but those impacted the generation they came out in. Bill and Ted was radical and hit like with the teens and the kids. The Matrix practically changed the sci-fi movie landscape. John Wick may be well on its way to revolutionizing the action movie landscape, much like Into the Spider-Verse did for animation. If we continue to get these intense action scenes filled with crazy people going at each other, using weapons and martial arts, I think we are in for a potentially really good renaissance. To me, John Wick 4 is probably the best John Wick film I have seen. Not just for its action, but it truly does feel like, I really want to say things, but right now I got a policy for myself to not spoil major events in the film. It's just, the ending is beautiful, and I highly recommend that people go out to see this film for themselves, because me talking about what actually happens does not do this movie justice. You have to see this movie. See it right. See it and be in awe of the action, the story, the everything to truly get John Wick 4. For me, I gotta say that probably by the end of this year, John Wick 4 is going to be on my top 10 movies of 2023. There's simply no beating this film at really the action. This truly is the apex of Keanu Reeves' acting, if not everything he did when fighting throughout all of his films, even before John Wick. So I gotta say, to Keanu Reeves, you're breathtaking. You really are. John Wick Chapter 4 gets an S. Yes, an S, because there is so much right with this movie that any cons are rather minor by comparison. Where to start? The amazing story, which is even better than John Wick 3, if not the previous 3 films. The intense, varied, and wild action scenes to take John from Osaka to Paris. The amazing characters who add to John's character and challenge him on an even ground. John Wick Chapter 4 is the definition and apex of Keanu Reeves' acting career. And from John Wick 1 to the next ultimate mimetic badass, and even got a role in Cyberpunk 2077. Now he's created a film that can let him bow with the greatest round of applause. With that said, it is time for me to bow to this as well. You've been watching Age's Adventure Ventures. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. The Adventure Ventures are heading out.